Tonight at 10, it's Firefighter Cancer Awareness Month. We're going to hear from local firefighters on its importance. Plus, Missouri Southern receives a massive donation. And Joplin surveys residents about their internet access and usage to improve the city's internet access.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
A suspect now faces murder charges in connection with the disappearance of a 4-year-old Oklahoma girl. This is KOAM News at 10. I'm Dow Quick. The Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigations tonight says Ivan Adams, who was arrested in Arizona yesterday, is awaiting extradition to Oklahoma, where he faces a murder charge. He was a caretaker of the child who disappeared earlier this week. Another caretaker, Alyssa Adams, was also arrested yesterday and is charged with child neglect. The missing child is 4-year-old Athena Brownfield. There's no word tonight on whether a body has been found. Athena's 5-year-old sister had also been in the care of the Adamses. She is now in protective custody. This is National Firefighter Cancer Awareness Month. KOAM Shagun Bamadeli spoke with firefighters from Joplin and Webb City to learn about the cancer risk associated with the job.
As firefighters put their lives on the line while helping their community, they also put themselves in harm's way of a terminal disease, cancer.
I'd say that firefighters are at a higher risk than the average person for cancer. A lot of things in houses nowadays they burn a lot quicker and a lot dirtier, and so the things inside of house fires and stuff like that will put off those carcinogens and they cause the cancer.
Guerrera says firefighters make sure they stay clean and sanitized after putting out a fire.
When we get back to the station, we have a special gear extractor that is specifically made for getting those carcinogens off of our gear, and then taking showers as soon as we get back and trying to get all that stuff off of our bodies as soon as we can.
I had the opportunity of speaking to a firefighter who himself battled cancer over the years, and he tells me why days like this are important to him and the fire department.
For me, it's a bit of a personal topic because I was diagnosed with cancer about 6 years ago. I was fortunate, it was removed. I didn't have to go through a lot of radiation or chemotherapy or anything like that, but it's still, reality hits when that doctor looks at you and says, hey, this lump that we removed was cancerous.
Rachel assures that each fire department is doing its best to educate firefighters about the dangers of deadly toxins. Reporting out to Joplin City Fire Department, Shagun Bamadeli, KOAM News.
According to the International Association of Firefighters, nearly 75% of those honored at the IAFF Fallen Firefighters Memorial last year died of occupational cancer. A big announcement at Missouri Southern today, a donation with a whole lot of zeros. Bill and Tracy Gibson are giving $1 million for the school's Lions Forward campaign. Lions Forward is a fundraising campaign aimed at improving the university experience through things like student scholarships, campus renovations, and new equipment.
You know, there's data everywhere we go, and there are people looking to, gain a market share based off of analyzing and being able to model different kinds of data sets. And this program is designed, as I understand it, to really educate the individuals that will be filling those roles.
The Lions Forward campaign was started last June. City of Joplin wants to identify gaps in internet service and coverage to improve community-wide broadband access. The city is asking residents and businesses to log data about their internet and speed connectivity through a study by the Federal Communications Commission. Citizens can visit a map portal to see how a home or business is currently shown with regard to internet connectivity and speed and report if something's incorrect. The Assistant City Manager, Tony Robin, says it's more than internet connectivity. It's almost treated as a utility now.
We can expand the different connectivity across the city, so areas that may have older or outdated internet systems or lines, upgrading those lines, expanding those lines into areas that are underserved or not served at all.
Today was the last day to submit information to the FCC. Chloe Arroyo joins us now with a first look at the weather.
Yeah, the past few hours the past few days, it's been very, very cold. Let's take a look at some observed temperatures reaching down into those 20-degree ranges. We dipped down to about 26 last night, and it's going to still remain cold tonight. Current temperatures hanging around in the 20s. Miami at 22, Iola up there at 23, while Parsons sitting at 19 right now. Mighty chilly, and that's going to continue into tonight. Temperatures are going to be in the mid-20s, even hanging around 24 by the time we get to 10 p.m. Our low is about 25 degrees tonight. Now, coming up here in a bit, we got a lot to talk about. Monday showers, chance for storms on Wednesday as well as Saturday. We may see some more wintry mix coming up here. I'll have all of that information coming up here in just a bit.
Oh, we'll see you soon. The state of Oklahoma carries out its first execution of the new year. Scott James Eisenberg received a lethal injection last night at the Oklahoma State Pen in McAllister. He was pronounced dead at 10:15 p.m. Eisenberg was convicted of first-degree murder and sentenced to death for the 2003 killing of A.J. Cantrell. He was also convicted of second-degree murder for the killing of Patsy Cantrell. The state's Pardon and Parole Board voted 3-2 to reject a clemency recommendation. Eisenberg's execution was the 8th in Oklahoma since the state resumed executions in 2021. Coming up, a New York judge hands out fines to 2 Trump companies. We'll break it down. Plus, we remember the life of Lisa Marie Presley, the daughter of Elvis Presley, who suddenly passed away last night. A New York judge has fined 2 Trump companies $1.6 million for criminal convictions, including tax fraud and falsifying business records. It's the maximum possible penalty under New York law. The Trump Corporation and Trump Payroll Corporation were convicted last month of 17 total felonies. No Trump family members were charged in that case. A push to prevent congressional members from trading stocks while serving in office is gathering momentum. Yesterday, Democratic Representative Abigail Spanberger and Republican Representative Chip Roy reintroduced the Trust in Congress Act. The proposal calls for lawmakers, their spouses, and dependent children to place particular investment assets into a qualified blind trust. This is the 3rd attempt to get this bill to the floor, but it now has more support than before. It was introduced with 35 co-sponsors from both parties. Priscilla Presley says she and the rest of her family are shocked and devastated by the death of her daughter, Lisa Marie Presley. The 54-year-old singer-songwriter died yesterday after suffering cardiac arrest at her home in California. The only child of Elvis, she was at the Golden Globes Awards earlier this week to support the Baz Luhrmann film about her legendary father. Vlad Duthier reports from New York.
It was mind-blowing, truly mind-blowing.
Just 3 days ago, Lisa Marie Presley was on the Golden Globes red carpet, singing the praises of Elvis star Austin Butler to Entertainment Tonight, just before he took home the Best Actor award.
Lisa Marie, Priscilla, I love you forever.
Born in Memphis in 1968, she lived her life in the shared spotlight of her famous father. Her parents divorced when she was 4, and she was 9 when Elvis died. But she always honored his memory. A best-selling artist on her own terms, Lisa Marie also recorded a number of heartfelt duets with her late father. Back in 2005, she sat down with CBS Sunday Morning and discussed the difficulties of having such a famous last name.
I don't think I noticed what a mountain that was going to be to climb until I was climbing it.
Her personal life never failed to fascinate. She had 2 children with musician Danny Keough, but 20 days after their divorce in 1994, she married Michael Jackson. Shortly thereafter, the couple shared an intimate moment at the MTV Video Music Awards. Anne was featured in Jackson's music video for You Are Not Alone. But that marriage would also end in divorce, as would subsequent marriages to actor Nicolas Cage and musician Michael Lockwood, the father to Presley's twin girls. And more heartbreak. In 2020, the death of her son Benjamin Keough was ruled a suicide. But Lisa Marie's love for her family never faltered. Just last June, the Presleys were honored with a handprint ceremony at Hollywood's Chinese Theater, and Lisa Marie voiced her pride for her achievements and her legacy.
It's a very special moment for all of us. We feel incredibly honored. Thank you.
Vladimir Dutit, CBS News, New York.
Lisa Marie Presley was also at Graceland, her father's estate in Memphis, Tennessee, earlier in the week to celebrate his birthday on January 8th. Her eldest child, actor Riley Keough, is the star of the upcoming Amazon Prime series Daisy Jones and the Six. A little bit later, the future is bright for a Pittsburgh high school art student. We're going to hear from her on her road to achieving a dream.
We've got a lot of rain in the forecast. I'll have the full scoop coming up next. Well, I hope y'all are bundling up tonight and even into tomorrow morning, but thankfully we won't be doing that for much longer. Let's take a look at our Indigo Sky Casino and Resort live in Seneca, Missouri. Very calm outside, but mighty chilly. Temperatures are hanging around in those 20s and even teens for some. Joplin at 25 right now, Miami at 22, Parsons at 19. And a lot of us are reaching down into those teens right now. Mighty frigid, but it's going to feel even chillier as you're waking up in the morning in the teens across the board. Fort Scott up there at 15, Nevada up there feeling like 15 as well. We've got those winds that are going to start to ramp up on Saturday, especially into Sunday. Saturday evening, we'll start to see those consistent winds, and then we'll see a lot of wind gusts coming from the south, upwards of 35 to 40 mile per hour winds in the morning, and then that's going to pick up even more in the afternoon and into the evening. We could even see upwards of 50 to 50 miles per hour wind gusts. Pretty significant, so you're going to want to hold on to your hats. Now, that's feeding a storm, the very first storm system that we're expected to see. We'll see some rain early Monday morning, very early Monday morning. That'll continue and become a little more widespread Monday morning. And then as we head into the afternoon, that'll kind of push out of our region off to the east, and then we'll see another chance for rain on Wednesday. If you're up a little further north, you might even see some flurries up there in Kansas City. They're expected to see a little bit of snow or some wintry mix. Then we'll have a little bit of a break, and then on Saturday, we'll see our next chance for rain push through and push out pretty quickly. By the time we get to Saturday at dinner, it'll be completely out of our system by then. Now, taking it back just a little bit to Monday morning, we won't see a whole lot of rainfall totals, but we'll take as much as we can at this point. We have a lot of drought conditions going on right now, so whatever the ground can get at this point, we'll take it. Now, to this evening, if you're out, you're going to want to be layering up. Temperatures are going to be in the upper 20s for the most part, 25 by the time we head into 11 p.m., so very calm. But once again, very cold. That's going to continue into tonight. Temperatures in the mid-20s, 25 by 7 a.m., 37 by 10 a.m. We'll reach our low of about 24 degrees or so as we head into tonight. But tomorrow, we'll start to warm up just a little bit, 50s for Saturday and Sunday. Monday, a high of 61. We'll have a chance for some precipitation on Monday morning and then into late Tuesday night. That'll bleed through into Wednesday, and then we'll have another storm system push through Saturday night into Sunday morning.
You know, a lot of people maybe would prefer not to get some rain, but as you say, we need it. We've been dealing with a drought, so whatever we get is welcome. For sure.
Exactly, yes. We'll take what we can.
Chloe, thanks. Hey, don't forget, you can be the first to know about the day's weather with the KOAM Skywatch weather app. You can get severe weather updates sent straight to your phone. It's absolutely free. It's available in the Apple App Store, Google Play Store, the KOAM Skywatch weather app. Pittsburgh High School senior accomplished a big feat. Mackenzie Rowe is the first ever from the high school to get into the School of Art Institute of Chicago. Now Mackenzie is on her way to fulfilling a dream, and she shares some of her inspiration for her artwork.
Conveyed a sterile environment, like thinking of things like a mental hospital and how degrading it can be to be in one of those environments, because a lot of people have spoken on their experiences in mental hospitals and said that they just kind of stop treating you like human.
The scholarship awarded to Mackenzie is worth $76,000. And McKinsey isn't the only very talented artist at Pittsburgh High. 3 students at the school swept the top 3 places in the high school division of the Kansas Youth Art Month flag competition. First place goes to Emma McCormick. Hannah Sanford takes second place. Audrey Hertrich gets third. The theme for the flag competition was Your Art, Your Voice. The objective is for students to design a colorful flag that incorporates the theme and also represents the state of Kansas. Still ahead, the Pitt State women stay hot with a big win over Emporia State. And the Pittsburgh boys aim to hand Labette County their first conference loss of the season. Jacob Leonard has those highlights and more up next.
Well, 2 of the best boys basketball teams in the SEK meet tonight in Pittsburgh. The Purple Dragons welcome in the Labette County Grizzlies this evening. Now, Labette County, perfect 4-0 to start SEK League play. Pittsburgh is 4-1 in the conference. Mason English, really hot early. Pull-up 3 from the left side. Pittsburgh scores the first 7 points of the night. Timeout Labette County. A late first quarter, English back behind everybody. Scores right before the buzzer. English scores 12 in the first quarter alone. Purple Dragons up 18-4 going to the second. Now in the second, Grizzlies trying to climb back in it. Hudson Baker lays it in, but Pittsburgh still up 15 at halftime. The third quarter, English on the break. He scored 30 tonight, didn't even play the fourth. Pittsburgh in control, then Ryan Carew. Nice give off to Chase Hembry. He finishes. Pittsburgh hands Labette County its first conference loss, winning big 61-22. Earlier in the night, Labette County girls aiming for their 3rd win in 4 games against the Dragons. Labette County gets it done in that one, 45-35. Nevaeh Jones leads the Grizzlies with 15 points. Elsewhere in Pittsburgh, the Colgan Panthers host a border battle tonight against Carl Junction. A good start for CJ. Jet Hokett on the break for the Bulldogs. Beats everybody to the rim. Then Hokett gets the steal here. Gets it ahead to Cooper Vedix. Another easy lay-in. Carl Junction up 10 at half. But second half, here comes Colgan. Tristan Voss in the lane. Turns and finishes with the left. Voss again. Not a replay, but again, doing it with the left. Finally, Byron Lopez, 3-ball for Colgan here. The Panthers erase a 10-point halftime deficit to beat Carl Junction 44-42. The Pittsburgh State Gorillas split a doubleheader last night with the Emporia State Hornets. On the women's side, Gorillas pulled away from the Hornets early, going on to win 82-61. Grace Pyle led the way for the Gorillas with a team-high 17 points to go along with 11 rebounds. Tristan Gaig and Corinna Gerber were also in double figures with 13 apiece. And with the win last night, Pitt State is now 7-3 in the MIAA, and they've won 7 of their last 9 games.
We want to keep rolling with this, take this momentum, not take a single day for granted because, when you look at it, we're almost halfway done with league and then tournament and then, who knows what's next for us, but keep chugging along one game at a time.
Pitt State beats Emporia State last night. They'll be back on the floor against Washburn tomorrow, and the Missouri Southern will face Emporia State. Women's games start at 1:30. Men's games for both of those will start at 3:30.
My quick question for you is who's going to advance to the AFC playoffs this weekend?
I really do believe the Jags are going to upset the Chargers.
And, of course, the Bills and Bengals kind of a no-brainer.
Right.
We'll be right back. Take time now to honor a local veteran. Dwight Brentforder served in the U.S. Army from 1962 to 1972. The Joplin Navy was stationed in Vietnam, and we're proud to salute Specialist Dwight Brentforder, a 4-state hero. What's the secret to a long life? Well, a 100-year-old Missouri man says it's yoga, even if you don't pick it up until you're in your golden years. Karen Kornacki has that story.
Don Burns just turned 100, and he credits yoga for keeping him flexible and mobile.
Well, it just gets you to moving, all parts of your body.
Don started taking classes 16 years ago, and it's helped him in several ways.
Balance, strength, his mobility, getting up and down off the floor. So you want to have the strength to get back up off the floor, to get up and down and be independent.
Don's independent. And his 96-year-old brother came to visit him this week with his family. They were impressed.
He was starting to slow down, and then all of a sudden He started yoga, I guess, 15 years ago, and then he started getting up and moving.
He's very limber, and I'm just surprised that he's not in assisted living and he's taking care of himself.
Don comes to class twice a week wearing his jeans, suspenders, and dress shirt, enjoying the benefits he gets from yoga.
I think it's just the variety of different body positions that you go through in there, and they're getting up and getting down.
In fact, Don's made it clear it's one of the secrets to living a long and healthy life.
You say, Don, how did you live to be 100? He said, well, I walk a mile a day. I do yoga, especially shoulder stand. And he said, and then I love God and love my family and just keep moving forward.
I saw you doing a double take there on the shoulder.
Yeah, I did. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, that I don't plan on doing that at 100 years old.
Well, what I'm hearing is it's not too late for me to take up yoga.
Right.
Although it's getting close. It's getting close. The weather this weekend, Chloe.
Yeah, so just a couple things. I mean, it's going to be pretty nice this weekend, but we'll have some rain Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We'll also have some rain Saturday and Sunday of next week.
Final sports note.
All right, Cade Burdett from Southeast High School reached 1,000 career points tonight for the Lancers. He scored 44 against Marmonton Valley. He hit 12 threes, so they didn't figure out he could shoot the ball, I guess.
I guess. Congratulations to him for sure. Thanks for joining us, and let's make it a great weekend.